In the rugged hills of Carmel, a woman lived whose wisdom and courage would change the course of history. Her name was Abigail, wife of Nabal, a wealthy but harsh and foolish man. She was a woman of beauty and grace, with keen insight, known not only for her charm but for a spirit tempered by discernment and faith. Her eyes reflected both warmth and intelligence, and her hands, though accustomed to household toil, bore the quiet strength of a woman who understood the weight of responsibility. Nabal, her husband, was wealthy in flocks and herds, yet poor in judgment and humility. Though Abigail tried to counsel him, his heart was hardened by pride, and his mouth spoke foolishness. The people of David, then fleeing from King Saul, came to Nabal to request a measure of hospitality, a gesture of peace and honor, for David's men had protected Nabal's shepherds and flocks in the past. When Abigail heard of Nabal's refusal and scornful words toward David and his men, a shadow fell over the household. But Abigail did not despair. She understood the danger that loomed. David's anger was like fire, and Nabal's foolishness threatened to spark a war. Without hesitation, Abigail gathered what she could carry: 200 loaves of bread, bottles of wine, sheep prepared and roasted, grain, dried figs, and almonds. Mounted on donkeys, she rode swiftly through the darkening hills, her heart racing, but her mind clear. She would meet David before he struck vengeance, and she prayed for wisdom, for favor, and for peace to prevail. As she approached David, she fell to the ground before him, humbling herself in reverence and respect. Her voice, steady yet filled with urgency, spoke words that carried both humility and authority. "My Lord, let your anger be turned away. Please, hear me and let me speak to your heart. There is no need for bloodshed. My husband, Nabal, has acted foolishly, but I, your servant, bring these gifts to you, and I beg you to forgive his folly. May the Lord, the God of Israel, protect you and show you mercy, for you are destined for greatness, and this is not the path he wishes for you to walk in wrath." David, moved by her words, saw not only the wisdom of her heart, but also the divine hand guiding her courage. He accepted her gift and listened as she continued, reminding him that vengeance belonged to God alone, and that bloodshed could be avoided through patience and discernment. Abigail's actions changed everything. That night, David's anger subsided, and Nabal remained unaware of the peril that had been averted. By the morning, news reached the household that Nabal had feasted recklessly, indulging in drunkenness, unaware of the danger he had invited. Abigail returned home, unseen by her husband, carrying the knowledge that she had protected lives and averted a massacre. Not long after, Nabal's life came to a sudden end, struck down by the very foolishness that had defined him. And David, recognizing Abigail's wisdom, courage, and faith, took her as his wife, honoring the woman who had saved not only his life, but countless others. Abigail's story is not one of mere survival or beauty. It is a testament to courage in the face of danger, to wisdom over pride, and to faith that trusts in God's timing and justice. In a world where men often wielded power recklessly, a woman's insight and bravery turned the tide of fate. She reminds us that discernment, courage, and humility are forces stronger than armies and sharper than swords. Even today, Abigail's legacy whispers across time. Wisdom can avert war, humility can prevent bloodshed, and faith can guide the hearts of the brave. In the hills of Carmel, a woman once walked with purpose, saving a nation through courage, prudence, and a heart attuned to God's will.